This summer, a lot more people will be outside enjoying barbecuing, but something that's not talked about all that often is the importance of gut health and enjoying those yummy foods without any stomach discomfort. So here to give us some tips and tricks is naturopathic doctor Amy Tyler. Dr. Amy, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, really excited to talk about this topic. It's something that can affect a lot of people.
Yes.
The first thing, let's just talk about gut health in general and the importance of that. People may not know.
Definitely. So the first thing I want to say is it's really important not to be shy about talking about it. It's not the typical dinner conversation, but your doctor needs to know if you're having any trouble so they can help determine the cause. That being said, it's interesting that digestion actually starts in our brains. We don't really think of that, but when we think about food, when we see our food and smell our food, we actually start making saliva. That's why our mouth waters. We start making acid and enzymes to digest the food and break it down. Peristalsis starts, which is the muscle contractions that move everything through. So when we're eating in a calm environment, when we're actually focusing on our food, chewing thoroughly, smelling it, savoring it, not multitasking or eating on the go, we digest better. Our system's designed to digest when we're at rest, not on the go.
Yeah.
So it's important we can take advantage of that by slowing down. Chewing is important. If you chew more, you have an earlier signal that you're full, and so you tend to not overeat.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And now for people who are out barbecuing, or maybe if they're not the ones cooking, they're just the ones enjoying the barbecue and eating, and they're starting to feel, some discomfort at the end, or just something doesn't feel right. Kind of explain why that might be first off, and then some solutions to help with that.
Okay, definitely. So a lot of times at parties and during the summer, people are off schedule. They might be eating things they're not used to. Sometimes in a party setting, people tend to end up eating more than they normally would. The food served is often very rich and complex. They're going for flavor, not necessarily for nutritional value. So it's like a lot of heavy food. And so there are some things that can really help. One thing in particular for that, again, rich, complex meal is enzymes. This orthodigestzyme is really great for, you can think of enzymes like little scissors that are cutting the food into smaller absorbable units. And so when you take this, it can really help prevent that bloating and fullness. So when you're eating something, again, like you're at a barbecue and the food is just super rich, this can really help prevent that undesirable after effects.
Yes, which can happen. I get that too as well. And then just talk about these other two things that we have.
So the orthobiotic, this is a probiotic. I love this one for summer because it's shelf stable. What that means is it does not require refrigeration like a lot of other probiotics do. It's very potent. This is basically the good bacteria that are so important for our colon to be healthy. And things like antibiotic use over time, alcohol, additives in food can all decrease our count of good bacteria, so this is a good way to replenish them.
Awesome.
And the third one, this one's great. This is, I think of it almost like aloe for the GI tract. So we think of soothing our skin if we have a sunburn or a scratch with aloe. This contains what we call demulcent herbs. It's a powder. You mix it in water and drink it, and it soothes and coats the inner lining.
Wow.
And it does have, actually aloe is one of the ingredients. It has other, what we call demulcent herbs, like slippery elm and marshmallow root.
Okay, so that's easy too. It's something to incorporate in your daily routine, like maybe when you're taking your vitamins or other things, you can add this in some water or whatever. And
and it's like spicy food, alcohol, those are all really irritating to that lining. So this is really great if someone's feeling that irritation to take it.
Okay, all great, 3 solutions. Last thing I want to ask you, we always talk about with if you're out swimming or doing things and they say, sometimes when you eat, wait 30 minutes before getting in the pool. Can you explain, is that a myth? Can we debunk that? What should people do best? What steps should they follow?
I'd say it's individual. So like we talked about earlier, rest is best when we're trying to digest our food. So people who eat and go right into any kind of activity, whether it's swimming or exercising, they may not feel so great. They might get cramps. However, that's not to say if you're at a pool party and you've just eaten and you want to get in the water not to do it. You just have to listen to your body, like with so many things. So if you don't struggle, like if you can eat and get in the water and feel fine, do it. But if you get in and you're swimming and you feel terrible, obviously that's your body telling you it wants that time to digest your food and it's not ready for action.
Right. Well, all great tips. And I think the biggest takeaway, listen to your body, definitely.
Yes.
And all 3 of these products as well, available at People RX Pharmacy.